Hi, John. I was just watching your show, Rescue My Renovation, and I said to my wife, "Hon, we got to go for this." We bought a house with some unused space, and we decided to turn it into more of a cozy living area. We really wanted to add a whole bathroom to it, an in-law suite kind of an idea. And the contractor that we ended up hiring is a cousin of mine, and we got a friends and family price. Unfortunately, you get what you pay for, if you know what I mean. Come and let me show you what the friends and family price got us. So we spent a lot of money on the supplies, and one of the things that we had said to the contractor was, we don't really know the best thing to do with the bathroom. Can you really help us out with some ideas? And we trusted him, and we said, show us what we can do with the space. And what we got is an unfinished bathroom. What had ended up happening was, at the end of the renovation, the pipes in the basement, which we will visit shortly, the connections kept coming apart. We had a couple burst pipes, and we had the basement flood twice. And on the last day of the renovation, I said to the contractor, I said, "Look, I see that you're having problems with the plumbing. I think this is a good place for you to stop, and we'll just call a plumber to finish it." And he agreed, and that was the last we had heard from him. So I called a plumber, and the plumber had informed me that the entire bathroom had to be gutted and replumbed. Electrical was in question, and we were looking at a price tag close to what we paid him in the first place. So let me show you a couple of things in the bathroom that we're concerned about. So we asked for a floor-to-ceiling tile shower, which we did get. And very high ceilings, which is exactly what we wanted. However, this header beam we did not want in the shower is not tiled. So there's drywall inside the shower. It might be hard to see on camera, but the major seams here in the tile grout are cracked floor to ceiling. And the major seam between the wall and the floor is cracked wall to wall. And we noticed this early, and I said something to the contractor, and his response was, just put silicone on it. If you look at our faucet, we had asked for a central knob, one turn, and our contractor said that's not possible, and he left us with this. They're uneven, they don't square up, and they just don't match. Let's come down here and look at the drain. The drain that he used is for a fiberglass insert, and we asked for tile. So if I open up the drain, you can see that he left a major crack, backfilled it with silicone, and capped it off, and that's the drain for our shower.
It's also above the tile.
It doesn't drain.
Yep.
This over here, to the right of the shower, is supposed to be storage. But there's no built-in shelves and nowhere to hide the storage, so it's kind of empty space right now, and we can't use it. It would have been nice to have had more shower depth than the storage. When we had told him that we didn't need a faucet because it wasn't a tub, we had to go buy new hardware. When we bought new hardware, we found this a couple of days later. Because the hardware we bought didn't match what our contractor's expectation was, you see the braided hose, you see a PVC stopper on the brass fitting, and we have these metal pieces here holding it in place. It's not level, and again you have metal connected to PVC. This is cement board, and this is just regular drywall, sheetrock. He had to notch out the framing stud here and here, so I hope that that's still structurally sound, but there's insulation right here too, so that's just waiting for mold. The ceiling in here, this putty is still wet, and I can actually still remove parts of it, and this is over 6 months old. Let's transition down to the toilet. This toilet has never been used. It's been flushed once, and on that one flush, we saw that the wax ring was not functioning correctly. That's rusty water from what was in the pipes. And you can see the dampness all the way around the toilet where the grout gets darker, all the way to the back, over there. Again, this toilet has never been used by the residents. It was installed, water filled the back, flushed once, and that was the evidence that most likely the wax ring, but we just don't know what other mistakes were made. We're going to transition down to the basement, and we can talk about some plumbing. Alright, John, we've made our way down to the crawl space, and while it's not a full basement, I can stand up within the rafters, so it's not that hard to work under here. One of the complaints that we had from the contractor was that he couldn't do certain aspects of the job that we asked him to do because there wasn't space, he didn't have the room, or there was always an excuse that didn't really make sense to me, but I'm not a contractor, so I just kind of went with the flow. So we're going to head over here. And I had to end up calling a plumber, a licensed, certified plumber, to address some of the issues that the contractor left. And this is where this is the toilet, this is where it would come out, this is the waistline. And it goes down, and it's all PVC, and it's all got this purple adhesive coming out of it. This is how he left the light fixture. It was in his way, so he just disconnected it, and now I just hang next to the pipe, which I know is probably wrong. So if we come around here and take a look at this junction is going in the wrong direction. The water is flowing this way. So whenever somebody flushes the toilet, there's a potential that the wastewater will flow up into the shower drain. I know that's wrong. Here you can see a disconnect where he capped metal piping, metal copper, with PVC, and he used the same purple sealant. Now, we had to have a plumber come in and just disconnect all of these lines. And what you see here is a shark bite connection that actually broke. And that's where the plumber just had to cut all the lines off and disconnect the bathroom from the plumbing of the house. The original contractor, here's another connection. I know it's hard to see here. Here's another connection that goes up into the sink, and it's all these flexible PVC lines which are not supposed to be used in bathrooms. So we just have a lot of concerns, and we're starting to think that other mistakes have been made. This is the plumbing that's going into the shower and around a drain. And here is the heating duct and air conditioning duct that's in that room. And the plumbing is right here up against it, and it's all being held up by a piece of lumber. It's maybe like a 1x2. So that's the mess that is in our crawl space. And this is where the plumber has said that we're just going to have him come in and gut it all out and start over. So the mess down here, it's so difficult. I don't even know what to show you to make the most sense. But I know that it's wrong, and I'm not a contractor. But we really need your help here. And my wife and I would really appreciate it if you could rescue our renovation. Thank you.